basically in today's video I am going to be baking. I just thought this would be a fun video, and what we are going to be baking today is cookies. Now I make these all of the time, but I don't make them with the right recipe, and sometimes they go right, sometimes they go wrong. So I decided I would start a kind of like baking series on my channel. Let me know if you like this. If you don't like this is a bit awkward, isn't it? But basically today we're going to be making, you know, the Marks and Spencer's cookies that are in Marks and Spencer's. We're going to be making them, but we're going to be making them with a different recipe. So this isn't a follow me along, this is watch me fail and watch me do everything completely different to how the recipe says. We're just going to do this. It's going to be so much fun. Ignore the attire. We're just in comfies today, but we're just going to get started. I don't know how this is going to go. I wish I had another camera to show you my angle, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the camera down onto the stuff that I'm using so we can get baking. Okay, so this is the equipment that we're going with. So I'm just going to read out everything you're going to need. So this is going to make 9 cookies. So you're going to need 2 tablespoons of... What? That doesn't sound right. 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Let me relook at this recipe. Okay, so I just had a look, and the recipe that I usually use has now changed its ingredients and their measurements. So, but basically, I have everything that we need. So I have self-raising flour. You're meant to use brown sugar and white sugar. I don't have brown sugar. We cannot find it in the nearest shop, and the nearest shop to us is about a 40-minute walk, and I'm not walking 40 minutes. So we're gonna go with white sugar through and through, but brown sugar is what makes it like that chewy, kind of like gooey consistency. So if you're gonna use anything, please get brown sugar if you can. Salt, eggs, butter, and obviously chocolate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start getting everything ready, and yeah, we're just gonna go with it. I don't know what made me want to do this, but am I gonna regret it? Probably. I'm gonna take my flour. This is Odlums. I'm pretty sure Odlums are Irish, so supporting Irish brands here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a cup of the flour. I'm gonna take my sieve, and we're just gonna put it in here, like so. And what I'm gonna do is I'm literally just gonna sieve this in. Guys, I have no idea what I'm doing. You're gonna have to bear with me. So now it says it wants salt, so I'm gonna pop in salt. I never know why they want salt in baking. Does anyone know? Because I just feel like salt is salty. You're not meant to mix salt and sweet. I don't know, but we put salt in. And it says set that to the side, so I'm going to, oh my god, I'm gonna set that to the side. Now it says to put, I need to melt the butter. So I need to go do that. I'm gonna melt, oh, how much butter am I gonna melt? I'll wing it. Okay, so while that's melting, I am now going to put in the sugar. It says use a half cup of brown sugar and a quarter of a cup of white sugar. So I'm just gonna put in a full cup of white sugar. By the way, I'll put up a picture of what I'm just gonna pop this in here. Okay, so now that I have that in here, it says to use a half an egg and a half an egg yolk. So I'm just gonna put full egg in. I would say follow the recipe, but the recipe is using like thirds and quarters and eighths and 7/6 and everything. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't have 7/6 of cups to be using. So we literally are just winging this. Right, I've stood it up a little bit more so I'm not like hunched over. So I'm just gonna put my butter in. I don't know if this is enough, I don't know if it's too little, but we're gonna wing it. So we're just gonna put it in, like so. And we're just gonna crack this egg. And pop it in. And the whisk, this mixer, I have no idea where it's from. We've had it literally years, like I mean years. So I don't know, or just gonna mix it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my flour and I'm just gonna pour it all in because it's already sifted, so I'm just like, it should be fine. But the measurements on this recipe, like I'll leave the recipe link down below, is the weirdest measurements ever, like weirdest. But it's so easy to make. The cookies are the easiest thing to bake. If you don't know how to bake, these are the easiest. I think the next time I'm gonna, the next time I'm gonna do peanut butter cups, I have made them before. I don't know if you can hear me, but I've made them before, so I think I'm gonna make them in like 2 weeks time. So I think I'm gonna make this baking series like a 2-week thing. So every 2 weeks I will make it something new. So in 2 weeks I'll do like peanut butter cups, and I'll do like a Lotus biscuit brownies and stuff like that. Okay, so this is now stuck, as you can see. So I'm just gonna take my spatula. Whee! Oh, you didn't see that. Does anyone's mixer just need a little bit of help sometimes? Needs a bit of help like me. I feel like that's a better angle. So now that that's all mixed, I'm gonna start breaking up my chocolate. Now you can use cookie chips, what are they called? Chocolate chips, or you can use what I'm using, which is just chunks of chocolate. We in this family household pretty much use chocolate chips the whole time. Not chocolate chips. We use chocolate chunks just because I feel like they melt a lot better than, say, cookies. Why can't I speak? They melt a lot better than chocolate chips in our opinion. So that's why we use these instead. Put in as much or as little as you like. We like a lot in this family. When I say this family, it is literally just me and mom eating these. Like, we don't have 4 people in the household eating these. It's literally just me and mom. This is what it's looking like. So I'm just going to stir this amount in, and if I want more, I'll add more. But this is what it's going to look like. It's much thicker than like a cake batter. Like much thicker than a cake batter. But you just want to fold it all in. Okay, so I just have a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. You can stick it down with butter if you like. I don't really see a point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like these spoons. You can use an ice cream scooper or a spoon or whatever. I tend to use whatever I see first, to be honest. Like, there is no set thing that I do. And I like to make my cookies quite big, so I'm just going to scoop it out. And remember, cookies expand a lot, so just be careful with spacing. This one's meant to make 9. Honestly, it depends on how large or how little or how consistent your scoops are, like how much it's going to make. I like to go between like really big ones, really small ones. It all depends. So this is what they're looking like. I'm not going to put them in the oven. The oven was preheated at 180 degrees. So I'm going to put these in the oven and let them bake for 15 to 17 minutes, and then we'll see what they look like. So guys, the cookies have now been baked. They have been making in the oven for probably, I'd say, just over 17 minutes. And this is what they look like. Honestly, they are so nice. So they're like chunky. Again, if you had the brown sugar, it'd be making them a lot more chunky. But how good do they look? I'm so happy with how they turned out. I'm gonna grab a small one because I'm about to make my lunch. We'll go with the Banjax one. They're still quite hot. I'm gonna have a piece of chocolate. They are honestly 10 out of 10. I would say if you do you like the chewiness of the Marks and Spencer ones, please use brown sugar. They are delicious. I'm gonna enjoy probably all of them in the next day. Let me know if you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and leave me a comment down below on what you want me to bake next, and let me know if anyone bakes these and how they turn out for you. I'm gonna go eat my proper lunch now. I'm having tuna and pasta on my cloud, and then enjoy one of these with a cup of tea. So I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye.